Saturday, May 3rd, Live Pro Wrestling returns to the Lucha Dome. The Central Carolina champion, no joke Aaron Wilson, will defend his title against the exciting Action Jackson. The dominating Xander Keys is out for more than just blood when he challenges the reigning and defending champion, Nate Burnham, for the FWA Championship. Will Nate Burnham retain, or will Xander Keys walk away the new champion? Former National Wrestling Alliance superstar Psycho Boy Fodder enters the Alpha Underground as he competes against former MLW and Ring of Honor superstar, the Big Bad Kaiju O'Shea Edwards. All of this and more Saturday, May 3rd in Burlington, North Carolina, when Foothills Wrestling Alliance and American Lucha Wrestling presents Resistance.
So there you have it. Wrestling fans on that their wrestling internet. Alpha Underground is here, and it's your boy, it's David, it's your Estegway, your Theo, always looking Davino here with the Indie Spotlight. And tonight, as you saw, clearly the Indie Spotlight is on Alpha Underground because they have an amazing event this Saturday. You saw it. If you're not going to be there, you're going to miss on the amazing action. But tonight is the Indie Spotlight. We're going to be having some of those amazing talent here with us. And the man himself, the man who runs the show. You love him, you hate him, everybody. The head honcho, the Jefe, Big Daddy of FWA, Ryan. Curtis, what the hell are you doing here?
I'm the one that runs the show, baby. I'm the one that's going to be in charge on Saturday.
Ryan is usually the one who sets up here. I'm usually here with Ryan Bracken. What are you doing?
I'm coming on here to do Ryan's job for him because he can't. He's garbage. And plus, I look a whole lot prettier than he does.
I mean, I guess you look better in pink. I don't want to say you look more handsomer than Ryan, but I mean, I don't judge. Who am I to judge? So I have to ask, how the hell did this happen? I know that they were looking for new talent to be managing. How did you get the role?
Well, it just kind of fell in my lap. I got super kicked a couple months back, and me and Hustle, you met Hustle at the last show, we actually sued Alpha Underground, and we became co-general managers of the show.
Was this voted on by the fans? Who agreed to this? Because I know the fans didn't agree with this.
It's got nothing to do with fans. It's all legal work, baby. We got the lawyers involved, and we're in charge now.
That's just great. So this is what all this legal stuff that has been going on that Ryan was talking about the last show. That he got papers served. So you served Ryan and took over Alpha Underground.
We served Ryan at the last show, and we took over, baby.
Great. So whose idea was it for this upcoming show this Saturday? Was it Ryan or is it you? Because I feel like the asylum's being run by the inmates now.
Well, if you look at the card, the show is a whole lot better ever since I took over. So I'd like to take credit for that.
Well, I mean, let's look at the poster here real quick. You saw briefly in the intro video. I guess I'll thank you for that. I appreciate that. I got it from a weird email, so I'm assuming that was you. So let's look at that wonderful poster. Look at that. Resistance this Saturday. That's just some of the talent that's going to be there. And the biggest one, no pun intended here, Psycho Boy Fodder versus the Big Bad Kaiju himself, O'Shea Edwards. This is going to be a clash of titans. Great job on that card. Just a phenomenal amount of talent there. I don't know. I don't think you all put all this together, frankly. I think you had to have some kind of help. Ryan had a hand to handle this to start this off, at least.
Well, like I said, ever since I became general manager, we put the matches out there, and they're a whole lot better than anything that Ryan Bracken has ever put on.
Speaking of Ryan, I thought you were on vacation.
Curtis!
Get out of here.
What are you doing, buddy?
I didn't like that nut shot last time.
How are the Goobers doing?
A lot better now. You bum.
Ron, you got to fill us in and fill the fans in. What exactly happened at the last show?
So, unfortunately, Curtis got his hands put on him by the trendsetters, which, no, let me back up. He got their feet put on him with a triple super kick by all three trendsetters at once.
Let's talk about boots to asses.
No, boots to face, which was better. It definitely made an improvement.
I swear I got a concussion out of that.
Well, you're speaking more straight, so maybe not.
So what is this, little Nicky?
I resent that.
You resemble that.
No, resent.
And me and Hustle had a little bit of an issue, and I took him off the ring at a show, took his feet out from under him, and he twisted his ankle and got a boo-boo. Well, according to them, that's assault.
I mean, technically, but the semantics, but so then
we're in the wrestling industry.
But we're not talents.
Good point.
You know, you're not talented. You are a talent, but you're not talented.
My contract did not say anything about physical altercations.
So you hitting me in the head the previous month, that wasn't a physical altercation.
It sounds kind of physical, Curtis.
You came in and I didn't see you, so I was just swinging. I had to defend myself. I didn't know who you were.
And I was defending myself.
If I would have known it was you, I wouldn't have hit you.
Yes, you would.
You're right.
Yes, you would. Come on now. You don't have to lie to me.
Yeah, I'm BSing.
I know.
At least, wow.
I think
it's the first time,
every time.
He's being honest there.
I know how full of crap this man is.
If you get in the ring again, whenever I'm in there trying to do business, I'm gonna do the same thing to you.
Well, so now we're communicating threats.
I didn't say all that. I'm just saying I'm going to defend myself.
Okay, well, maybe that's what I should do. I'm just going to defend myself.
All right. Well, you do you, baby.
Well, before this gets any heated, guys, because eventually I feel like this is going to have to end up being settled in the ring. We're talking about what's going to happen in the ring this Saturday, this weekend. So let's talk about the card here real quick. Let's run through what you guys gave us the marquee wise. Okay. Can we settle? Can we put our differences aside to talk about the show briefly?
I reckon.
I can tolerate him for a little bit.
All right.
I reckon.
Well, let's talk about some of the announcements, or do you want to go by the card first, guys? So I'll let you.
You know what? Y'all are in charge. I'm just here for the fun.
Oh, all right. Well, Curtis, I think this may have been you. Totally Awesome Comics, because it's Saturday and it's the first Saturday in May. It's Free Comic Book Day, the same day of the show. They're having a 10% store-wide all weekend on the comic books, and there's going to be free face painting there from Saturday from 11 to 2 p.m. These guys are an amazing, one of the biggest comic book shop in the area, and they're coming out to the show as well.
Yeah, Curtis, what do you know about that?
Actually, I know everything about it because once again, ever since I became the general manager, all of a sudden we've got sponsors.
I got to give that to him. Yeah, sponsors. That's a great, amazing sponsor. And you got to give it. The world of wrestling, the world of comic books, it's modern day gladiatorial, modern day myths, right?
Well, here's the thing. Totally Awesome Comics is not our sponsor. Totally Awesome Comics, I'm developing a relationship with them. So I reached out and said, you know what, guys? Let me share your stuff and build you and show you my value. And so I have. And I'm not asking anything in return. I just want to show them that we can build a good relationship together. And you know what? We have.
That's awesome. See, Curtis,
I'm going to be out there on Saturday, and I want my free comic book.
Well, we know you can't read, so you just have to look at the pictures.
Pictures.
Somebody's got to know how to read.
Well, speaking of getting into the action here, if you one of the biggest things events, I think you guys already do training there, right? You have the seminar, you have the schools, you have a great training program. You have amazing talent here teaching the next generation of the future stars of Alpha Underground. But you're doing something special here, where you actually have the big bad kaiju himself is doing a seminar.
He is. And well, you know what? Let me back off. Curtis, go ahead. I'm used to this being in control and doing things out my way. Go ahead, Curtis.
That's right, baby.
Wow.
This
Ryan being
Saturday,
nice.
before the show, we've got the big kaiju O'Shea Edwards doing a seminar, and it's going to be an advanced class, baby. He wants trained wrestlers only. So bring a notebook and a pen. There will be a Q&A. It's $25 a person, so you better message us and let us know if you're attending.
So they're going to message the Alpha Underground page just to make sure they get their names. Is there a limit, or is this whoever can they fit to attend?
Whoever can come, as long as they let us know that they're coming.
Okay.
And that they're trained and have an IQ above 50.
So they got to be smarter than Ryan.
Well, my IQ's 55, buddy. I'm in.
Well, there you have it. That's awesome. You get to learn from the big bad kaiju, former ROH alumni. It can't get any better than that. I mean, if you ever wanted to learn how to be as big, as bad as the big kaiju himself, the when it comes to conditioning, when it comes to putting together the matches, when it comes to preparing for your opponent and your matches, this is the man that you want to make sure that you listen and shut up and pay attention to.
Absolutely.
Well, now that we got the really cool announcements out of the way, let's get into this card. You guys were arguing there for a little bit, but let's talk about what's going to happen this Saturday and run down the marquees here. We have first up, no joke, Aaron Wilson against Action Jackson. Then we have THC versus Out of This World for the FWA Tag Team Championship.
Phenomenal match.
Titles on the line. Speaking of titles on the line, Nate Burnham for the FWA Championship in a flag match against Xander Keys.
Ryan, Nate better not run this time.
Nate got beat up last time, if you remember correctly. Someone jumped in the ring in the middle of me presenting Nate his new championship. And
who was that?
That was old Nick Richards. Yeah, I was there for it.
Nick Richards is a former CWF guy and has been hiding in back alleys. And Nick Richards, after the show was over and I was walking to my truck to leave, from across the parking lot, he just said, "I'm coming to fix wrestling. I hope you're ready."
He's coming to fix wrestling. What do you think he meant by that?
He's a wrestling purist. And he believes that wrestling is damaged and wrestling needs to be fixed. And people like Nate Burnham are the reason that wrestling is broke right now.
I wholeheartedly agree with that statement.
Interesting. So pretty much he's gunning for Nate Burnham at this point.
Well, hopefully Nick Richards stays away and we can finally get this flag match after almost 3 months of waiting.
Yeah, because the fans have been waiting for that. They've been anticipating. They've been waiting for this because this has been blowing over for quite some time now. These guys have been beating the crap out of each other.
The last time Nate was in the ring with Xander, Nate had to be taken to the emergency room.
Yeah.
He left in a bloody mess and ended up with a concussion, ended up with a dislocated collarbone.
And it took him how long to recover to finally get back into in-ring action? Because you guys couldn't let him
Nate
come
Burnham
in.
was at a show the next weekend.
That's because he wasn't hurt.
No, what I was trying to get to the point would be like, how long did it take for the Alpha Underground medical team to make sure he was all right, to make sure that he was okay? Because I know that took a while.
He is medically cleared, was medically cleared at the last show until Nick Richards showed up. He is currently medically cleared. I talked to Nate. Actually, I talked to him right before we got on the show. I was texting the champ and talking to him for a few minutes. He sends his love, Curtis, and he said he hopes he gets to see you in the ring soon.
We'll see him.
I hope so. I think that would be a great match. Curtis Love versus Nate Burnham.
I think that'd be a fantastic match.
I do
But
too.
Sexy ain't got nothing
I'll,
on me.
I'll get in the ring with him. All right. That's quite. Look, you heard some of the story there. Wrestling fans watching at home, you heard it. This is going to be a fight. This is going to be brutal. And we're only going to be able to see it if you're there this Saturday. And we'll kind of come to the culmination of the Clash of Titans. Big Bad Kaiju O'Shea Edwards versus the Psycho Boy Fodder for the ALW World Championship.
Oof. I'm getting excited just thinking about it because that ring is probably going to be covered in blood.
The ring's going to need to be reinforced. Those are some beefy boys, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have to stay impartial with this one. You know, it's for one, it's not my championship. It's JM Gallows' championship.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot show favoritism one way or the other. I have my likes for both men. I have my dislikes for both men. May the best man win. That's all I can say with that one.
All right. What about you, Curtis?
I've got my opinion on it. I'm Team Psycho Boy all the way.
All right.
Psycho Boy Fodder's going to take it to him.
Well, we haven't gotten to the predictions just yet, but I know who's going to.
You're screwing up already, Curtis.
Hey, I give my opinion when I want to. You shut up, Brian.
Yeah, opinions like buttholes.
This
yours
is be a
the camera right
long podcast, so I can already tell. All right. Speaking of championships, you have a big announcement because you were putting up a beautiful, beautiful belt. And let's take a look at it. Look at that. It's the Alpha Underground Championship. Green and gold. Gorgeous, gorgeous. You brought it up at the last show. And I believe we have the inaugural champ, correct? You guys have. Let me just going to show the picture. Let the picture speak for itself. Called it. Round of applause to Sean Cruz. He was on here. He talked his business. He meant his business. He's all here to show who the real Alpha is, especially recovering after an injury, the tenacity, the gumption of this man. Well deserved. Well played. And I called it. I did call
it. You're proud of yourself, ain't you?
I am. I'm hella proud of myself.
That was actually one move that Ryan made that I agree with. That was a good job.
I'm glad I have your approval, Curtis.
Well, you're welcome.
Is that one of the final things you decided on before Curtis took over?
I had to, because if I waited on Curtis to do it, Curtis would be wearing the belt.
Looking like a fashionable Gucci boo.
Not me. The Prophet.
The Prophet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gucci Majin Buu.
What does that even mean?
Country hick.
You're one talk.
You didn't catch the reference. That hurts my heart. All right, let's get into let's see. Indie Spot. How you doing, Scotty? Thanks for joining us. Spotty. He's Spotty. You know, he's on the spotlight. Now he's gracing us on the Indie Spotlight while we talk about Alpha Underground. We're doing great. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming on. So, follow-up question. What does that mean for Alpha Underground that Sean Cruz is your champion? What does that mean for him?
Well, from a managerial standpoint, owner standpoint, that means we've upped our level. And so when you up a level and you increase in any way, form, or fashion, you can never go below it. And I believe Sean Cruz is one of the best. I don't want to say good guys. I don't want to say bad guys. I want to say the guy. He is one of the best in the industry. And I mean countrywide. And if you want that Alpha Underground belt from Sean Cruz, you're going to have to earn it.
Gonna have to prove it.
You're going to have to fight him for it. Remember that machete he had last time?
Yeah, that was
A little awkward.
yeah, it was, but intimidating.
He's
To
a
say
man
the
that
least.
handles business.
Well, David, I have a question for you.
I may have an answer. I think.
Are you ready for my monthly bombshell?
Yeah, I wasn't even ready for that. You caught me off guard. What is the monthly bombshell from Ryan Bracken here?
So we may have talked about it a little bit at the last show with you, but Curtis doesn't even know this, and I guess Curtis will be the
Ooh, if
first
Cheeseman just got spicy.
So with the Alpha Underground belt,
Mm-hmm.
we are completely taking away the champion's advantage.
Yes, you did mention that. So that's going to make things interesting here for the champion. For those who didn't watch at home, and maybe to help Curtis refresh, please let us know a little bit about what you mean by changing up the championship advantage here.
Well, you know, with the champion's advantage, the belt cannot change hands with a disqualification.
Mhm.
It has to be by pinfall or submission. Well, in any circumstance where the match ends, if it ends against the champion, the belt will change hands. So if they get disqualified, they're going to lose the championship. If they get counted out, they'll lose the championship.
So no more using that as a tactic. Okay, that's smart. Yeah.
You have to win or you have to lose fairly every time.
That's fresh. I like it.
And Hustle and myself did approve that. Remember that we do have veto power, Ryan.
But I feel like it gives some legitimacy, don't you think, Curtis?
Definitely. That's why we approved it.
He just heard about it for the first time, David. Come on, man.
No, we talked about this.
Who's we?
Me, you, and Hustle.
I must have been asleep.
I think this may have been in the paperwork, Ryan. Did you sign the dotted line?
I just signed it so they'd shut up. So most likely, yes. I signed something that I didn't realize I signed.
Well, you made a good decision on that one too. You made another one. Good job.
I'm so proud of him. All right. So now that we talked a little bit about the talent, let's talk to the talent. We have some of them already waiting in the green room. We have a pretty stacked card. I just don't know who to bring on. I you know what? I'm going to decide. I just saw this talent this past weekend, and let me tell you, he is a gem. And the fact that he's making his debut, fans and everybody else, you are in for a treat. Let me welcome here the exiled Zakar Sahan. Welcome to the Indie Spotlight. How are you doing? And it's good to see you again.
David, you just disappointed me after all of that. Zakar Shah, the exile.
I said it backwards in reverse. I'm sorry.
Get it right.
It's somebody.
No problems though, no issues.
I appreciate it. So this is your debut. I just saw you this past weekend. You're clearly making the rounds here. I gotta ask, what inspired you to come up to Alpha Underground? What about Alpha Underground is like, you know what? I gotta come by and make my debut.
To be honest, I think this show that's coming up this Saturday is the best time for me to come to Alpha Underground. O'Shea Edwards is coming. Psycho Boy Father is coming. I looked at that poster and I was like, this is the weekend. This is the Saturday for me to make my mark in Alpha Underground.
Fantastic.
I agree.
That's I mean,
I've
why
heard
not?
nothing but great things about you, and I hope everything I've heard is legitimate. And I hope when you hit that ring, you hit it 100 miles an hour, and you impress everyone there. I think it's time for you to make your mark in North Carolina.
Agreed.
I think a clear victory will impress everybody, and that's what I'm going for.
I'm loving the confidence here.
Little piece of advice. Watch out for James R. Hustle.
Hustle.
Yeah, be on the lookout. Yeah.
He'll be in town on
Mhm.
Saturday. Be careful because he will jump in when you least expect it.
You ain't got to worry about Hustle.
What? Yeah, I don't know Hustle. Why would he do that to me?
He's a sneaky little guy.
Well,
to
me
speak.
and Hustle, we work together, but I don't think you have to worry about him.
Yeah, who do you have to worry about? I think his opponent, right?
You
Well,
don't have to worry about
his
Kyrie.
opponent
I've
is-
got a little history with Kyrie.
Okay, tell me about him.
Kyrie is one of the hottest talents in the country today. And by the end of the month, I'm going to make sure that he's in the divine embrace.
Well, just like you told me you have veto power, so do I. You
It's
stay
not up
away
to
from
you.
Kari Cobain.
It's not up to you. It's up to Kyrie.
Well, but I have to sign off on it.
So I'm gonna guess he's trying to bring him into his flock. I see. So I guess you do have a little bit to worry about here.
After
Zakar,
I beat
get
him
with me
up,
after
you
the
can
show.
embrace him. That's all good. I'll beat him up, and then afterwards, you go ahead and embrace him.
Zakar, get with me after the show. We got to talk.
Okay.
No, you talk. We'll talk because I feel like this kid is going places, and all I see is I've seen Kyrie. I've seen that way how he can do, but like one of the fans here watching, John Haas, Zakar goes 100 all the time, and that is true, absolutely true. This is going to be, I believe, the sleeper match of the night.
Well, here's the thing, Zakar. You're too good for Curtis. You don't need Curtis. You need yourself. You need to believe in yourself. You need to do things that are going to benefit you. And Curtis T. Love is not your guy.
Agreed.
Curtis, you got anything to say for yourself?
I got big pockets. Like I said,
You got
Zakar,
a big belly.
Good argument. Good argument.
Yeah,
talk to me after the show.
and the sky is blue. Like, great.
You think you're funny there, Ryan. Your stomach's a little bit bigger than mine.
We need to
That's
do more.
because I'm all muscle, baby.
Zakar, have you watched any tape here on your opponent? What have you been doing to prepare yourself for this weekend?
I actually didn't know who my opponent was till I want to say an hour ago. But I've been doing what I do every week to prepare myself. I usually like to work out every day, unless the show days I take a break. And I work on my cardio, try to make sure I get in the ring. And no matter who you put in front of me, the fact is, I just need to make sure I get the victory, and I do it by any means possible.
Exactly. That's the best attitude to have.
Fantastic. That's great. And I feel like that's puts you 100% above a lot of the people in the business already. You're prepared mentally, you're prepared physically. What more can you ask for, right? So, follow-up question. What do you think puts you, what are you bringing different to Alpha Underground? What do you think that you're going to bring here that's going to be different than anybody else has seen from Alpha Underground?
David, I'm going to try to put this in the nicest way possible. I bring a certain violence that people aren't used to. I'm not here to put on something visually pleasing for people. I'm here to fight, and I'm here to make it violent. I come from a third world country, and the things I've seen are things that you can't imagine. So I try to make sure that when you get in that ring with me, you know not to make that mistake a second time.
Well,
That's intense. I feel the intensity. I feel that the tenacity. Any words you want to tell your opponent and the fans before we let you go?
Just keep your heads on your shoulders. Watch out for my swinging. I'm gonna knock you out.
dang.
Ooh, I got
Strong
the
words,
tingles.
man. I like it.
I got the tingles. Well,
Yeah,
I-
I normally don't do it, but I'm like, dang.
I'm worried for Kyrie.
I am too. Well, it was an absolute pleasure and an honor to have you. We'll talk soon. Have your people call my people. I'll be in touch.
I'll see all of you guys this Saturday.
Be safe, guys. Travel safe.
You guys take care.
You too.
Wow, the intensity, you could feel it. He's ready. He's ready to go.
I'm
And
so
if
sorry,
it-
Freddie.
If the comments are true, I like this first comment. Dude in the pink suit and the bubblegum machine is missing their pink bubblegum. That's funny. I like that. Miss Madison Gibbs is saying hello. Hi. Hello, Miss Gibson. Manny Mac. Yo, how you doing, Manny? We're doing great. Talk about Alpha Underground going on this Saturday. Welcome to the show. And then again, we already saw from John Haas that the car goes 100% all the time. And just the official Foothills Wrestling Alliance saying thanks. Look, I'm excited for that. Like I said, that's going to be the super hit of the night. Let's keep this going. Let's move on to the next guest that we have here.
Who do you have? Because I don't know of anybody.
I don't think. Do I see what's going on? Curtis, hold on. All I see is a bunch of smoke. Metallica, what do you got? A fog machine in there? What do you got going on?
Yeah, a little bit, man. A little bit, man. You know, hanging in there. How you guys doing?
Mr. Metallico.
Miss Metallica, one half of the. Never mind. It's the full
There's
tag
more
team.
dads.
What?
Buddy, why are you
Other
always
half.
here at the last minute? Like we went live 30 minutes ago.
Better late than never.
All right, I'll give you that. Well, right, you came in right on time. I literally just put Metallico here. He's literally just joining us here by the wire. Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans watching at home, this is THC. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. How are you guys doing this evening?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
Pretty good.
Two of my most favorite people in the entire industry are sitting, and that's not no joke. They're two of my favorite people right there, right now.
You're one of our favorite people, Ryan. We appreciate you. You've done a lot for us, and we're going to continue to do a lot for you.
I appreciate you guys. You're great representatives of that belt.
We try.
Yeah, you guys have become a total fan favorite. The crowd loves you. Clearly, Ryan loves you. I think the only person who doesn't love you is Curtis.
Well,
Yeah.
there's always going to be detractors.
Yeah, I don't smoke.
We
I'm
haven't
above
talked with
that.
it yet, but I'm sure we'll get to know the guy.
JT
Oh, we-
doesn't partake in our kind of smoke, but he smokes. There's all kinds of smoke around the higher calling. I'm sure that you and JT, you would get along just great with a big slab of ribs.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, he
I do
does.
like food.
Yeah.
We're talking now.
smoke.
We're talking.
It's the sizzle. Well, from what I can see is the speaking of smoke that you guys have been given and bringing the smoke here lately. You are currently the tag champions. Is there, you guys think of anybody who's going to be able to dethrone you guys since you guys have been on the top here? You guys have been on a roll lately.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know, man. We just keep on keeping on, man. We got a great one this weekend. I'm excited for that one. That could be the one. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, look!
Hold on. Wait.
Hey!
Hey!
Speaking of smoke,
Trifecta!
the smoke daddy himself. Talk about
That's
smoke, and
right,
he still
baby.
appears.
What's up, dude?
Oh, what's up? Hanging out here in the outdoor kitchen.
Hell yeah.
So hold on, I see a little smoke collab going on here. What? How did this? What's going on? Curtis doesn't look too happy. We think we got the master of smoke, the smoke daddy, and THC.
I love it.
Yeah, man. He
This
keeps the
podcast
bunchies
is
on deck, bro.
perfect.
That's right. You know, over here at THC, we keep the smoke rolling.
All the time.
What you cooking?
You know, a little of this. I got some bratwurst on right now.
Man, I know it smells good.
Got my season. It's not a sponsor, but my phone's always on.
Right? I
JT,
Buddy
you
will
going to be
have
there
your
this
house.
Saturday?
I will. I will be there this Saturday, and I've been on a roll lately, looking to keep that going.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
Curtis, you don't look too happy. Is there a reason why you're not excited? Because it seems like Ryan's having a ball right
I
now.
love it, man.
I'm not excited about these tag team champions, but I am excited about food. So I'm in charge this Saturday, and I can be bribed with food.
Well, I keep the food on me.
Bring it.
Curtis keeps Twinkies in his pocket.
You're not supposed to tell my secrets, Ryan.
So, we finally got Buddy. Welcome back. We lost you there.
Buddy.
Hey!
Went and got it high again. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
He just need to top off a little bit. I got you.
Yeah, I was like, I believe in Buddy Flowers, and then he appeared.
We got Team Steak and Bake on the call.
Steak and bake. That the people. Yeah, that's it right there. Me and Jake, we've been rolling and bowling, and people are getting steak and bake real soon. We've been cooking up something for you guys.
The old smoke and tote connection, if you will.
Look, I gotta ask. As you saw, the poster just flashed here. We have THC versus Out of This World. Guys, tell me about this matchup. What do you guys think about going in? And JT, what is your connection in all this? What's going to happen this weekend with you? I'm not going to lie. I kind of like it. Steak and bake sounds pretty good to me.
That's right.
JT, you go ahead and first.
Oh, I'm going to have my hands full with, I don't know what he's going by these days. Baby Lotion, Big Motion, Pound Town, Cam Brown. Whatever he's going by these days. But I'm looking forward to it. Me and Cam go way back. He saved my life a time or two. But,
It might be time to take his.
And Ryan, he's the one that needs to watch out for Hustle.
Who? JT?
JT.
Yeah, JT has nothing to worry about.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, JT will be just fine.
I think he'll be fine. Yeah, I think these guys are ready to smoke him if they got him. I think they got him. They got the grit and they got the way here. I think they got the advantage.
Yeah, I think if his ankle got that hurt falling that far, he doesn't want any part of JT. I mean, he played on the body cast.
if y'all want the smoke, I got the meat. So
I do like the meat.
Really?
I bet you do there, Arby's. So do I see a
I shouldn't have said that.
No, you shouldn't have. So am I going to see a triple tag team here? Maybe it sounds like we might be seeing a six-man tag.
Bro, we might have to. We'll see what the Divine Embrace has in the future. But right now, all me and Coco are worried about is stepping in this Saturday and proving that Out of This World and THC are two of the top tag teams in the state. Now, Metallico and I, we're not the best. No, we're not the best in the country. We're not the best in the state. We're not the best in FWA, and I'll tell you why. It's because we bring out the best. Whatever it takes to get that win against THC is what you're going to have to bring. We make people go into the deep annals of their reserves and pull out every last trick they have. Ryan will tell you, every single team he's put up against us, they've had to do everything from the bottom to the top, from the best to the worst. And we plan on continuing to do that because we see teams around this state, we see teams around this country, and we want them. We don't want them to prove that we are the best, but we want to prove that we can bring out your best. And then at the end of that match, we're still going to win, baby.
So, Curtis, I have a question for you.
What's your question, nerd?
You were at the last show, correct?
Yes, I was.
Okay. So, when Buddy Flowers and Metallico faced the Ebony Giants, what happened?
The Ebony Giants.
They had to call the match
Why?
because somebody got busted open.
Oh,
got
blood
busted
full
open?
buddy over there.
the hard way.
Buddy decided he had enough. And then when Buddy decided he had enough, Buddy did what Buddy had to do.
That's
I
right.
think-
Y'all don't want to see Buddy crash out now.
I think y'all were going to lose that match if they hadn't called it for that.
Oh, again, Curtis, I'm a guy, Ryan will tell you, I am the coolest, most happiest guy you will ever meet. But when it comes time, that facade, it changes very quickly, and I do what needs to be done.
That's right.
Metallico, do you have any reserves, or are you just ready to roll here? Because you guys talk about bringing out the best. I think you guys are going to be facing one of the best tag teams here. This is out of this world. And I know you guys are already a level. You guys are high up there. But are you guys going to be able to elevate to the stratosphere in this matchup? I'm sorry for all the puns, but it's just you guys make it so easy. You have the Alpha God himself. You have
Ace God.
the Ace God himself, and the formerly known as the Astro Boy here. These guys are quite the styles clash here for you guys. You have a powerhouse, you have a technical. That's a dangerous combination. How are you guys going to be able to overcome that?
I mean, these are actually our guys, man. Like Eric trained us. BK's trained with us. If there's anybody that I feel like we know better than anybody, it's them, and it's probably vice versa. So I'm just excited, bro. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, we asked for this
so
for a reason. Like he said, Eric trained us. He's taught us every single thing we know. And so if we want to test ourselves, if we want to try and elevate to that higher level, we have to beat the guy who knows everything we've got.
Yep, like JT Moss just said, you guys are just going to get higher and higher. You're just going to get higher and higher. So this is pretty much your litmus test to kind of prove not just to them, but to yourselves that you guys are ready.
Yeah, this is it. Eric Royal, to us, is one of the most talented men we have ever come across, and BK Westbrook proves every time he gets into that ring that he is a future star. And when we get into that ring together, we are going to prove that we are four of the best men in professional wrestling. I promise you that.
No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Metallico, buddy, I could see the determination. I'm excited for this. This is almost like a student versus teacher matchup here. You guys are ready, and you guys have to prove it this Saturday that you guys are ready to elevate and get higher. Any words to your former teachers here, your fellow in-ring warrior trainers, and the fans watching at home?
Yeah. Doubt us all you want. Just like last time when we hit those Ebony Giants, everyone counted us out, and that's okay, because we're going to prove to Eric, to BK, to all those fans, to all those doubters, to every promoter out there that just when you think you've got enough, just when you think you've controlled the smoke, well, here comes the next puff. Baby, the THC, we are here to get higher than anyone could ever imagine.
All I got to say is let's effing go.
Well, you guys look ready. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. If there's anything, if you guys want to stay on to kind of do the predictions, or I let you guys go. I know you guys are busy, but I really appreciate you guys coming on here.
Absolutely.
All right,
we appreciate you having us, man.
Everybody come out.
This Saturday, the Dome.
The
Dome.
THC boys gonna bring it down.
Oh, looks like we lost Curtis. Wait, it looks like we lost everybody, Ryan. It looks like the smoke master made them disappear. They went up in smoke.
Up in smoke.
Let's see if I'm going to dial Curtis back in real quick. There we go.
You have
Curtis, what happened? You do not look happy at all.
I'm not. Why'd
What
you just
happened?
kick me off the show, man?
That wasn't me. I think that was them. They were trying to, I don't know. Made me
Well,
laugh.
as they were talking, I was having a vision. That's why I was doing this. THC's days are numbered. as tag
Who
team
could
champions.
possibly beat them at this point?
How? They've been on
Might
a roll.
happen this Saturday.
What? Because of interference?
Not if
Curtis,
I've got
come on.
anything to do with it.
Now you're supposed to stay impartial.
I am
Yeah.
impartial. I'm just saying I've got a vision.
No, you better get your vision approved or clear your vision up.
Well, speaking of vision, let's see what we got here. I'm ready to go into predictions. Are you guys ready to give your predictions? Because I am.
Let's
All right.
do it.
Let's go down the marquee. Starting things off, we have No Joke Aaron Wilson versus Action Jackson. Look, I've been really impressed with Aaron Wilson's evolution here lately. He has shown a more savage side of him, but he's going to have to bring up that savagery. He has to get the W here over Action Jackson. My money's going to be on Action Jackson.
Curtis,
My money is on the champ. No Joke Aaron Wilson. He doesn't have time for jokes. He don't got time for losing. He's going to win this Saturday night.
Okay. Ryan?
my vote. That's a hard one because they do have champions advantage. I believe Aaron's going to win it
Okay.
because Aaron's the kind of guy that'll take advantage of that and run.
And use it. Yeah, that's a good point. You got to give it some. It's tacticulating. Whatever you got to do to tacticulate.
what?
That's tacticulating. You know, tactic.
Oh,
Tactics,
okay. I was like, man, it's a
tactical.
family show, man.
I thought we were talking about titties for a second.
Wow.
Can't do. Oh, cannot wait to say that. This is a family show, man.
All right. Well, it looks like we lost Ryan. We're going to move on to the next matchup. We have THC versus Out of This World. Look, we just had him on. I'm not going to lie. I believe that the champion is going to take this. This is Out of This World versus THC. They're going to elevate. This is hard. This is really hard, but I'm going to have to give it to THC. They looked ready. They sound ready. They went up against one of the biggest tag teams in the last show and got the one up. I think it's going to be Out of This World.
I'm thinking that Out of This World is going to take them tag team titles from THC this Saturday night.
I can see that. I can see why you could think that, but I don't know. I feel like the guys have been on a roll, and I think that they're going to walk and still Alpha Underground tag team champions.
I'm telling you, man, they would have lost it the last show, but they had to stop the match because Buddy messed up and cut somebody up.
Well, we'll see what happens. You better not get involved, Curtis.
I may or may not.
All right, let's talk about some of the comments here before we go on to the next one. Ray Watson crash out, buddy. Robert just laughing. Shout out to Robert, always showing support here to Alpha Underground and the indie wrestling scene in the area. Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate you and your family. We really appreciate.
What happened to Ryan?
I don't know. It seems like he crashed out, got lost here. I know he had another prior engagement as well. So it probably you had to jump off real quick, but it looks it's just you and me going to be taking this the rest of the way home. And
Did he get mad about something I said?
I have no idea. I don't see him in the green room. Yeah. It's just he left. That I don't know what you did, Curtis. That's on you. You're gonna have to handle that this weekend. But before we move on, let's go on to this FWA Championship on the line. Nate Burnham versus Xander Keys in a flag match for the FWA Championship. Look, this has been boiling over for quite some time. Show to show, this has been brutal. Nate has been injured. Xander has been injured. It's been nothing but intense brutality. And this is going to come up to the line here. I'm still going to say that Nate Burnham is going to retain.
I definitely have to disagree with you on this one. Xander Keys is going to walk out your new FWA champion. And the reason being, I mean, look, Nate's been running from Xander for what, months
Running?
now?
Are you kidding me? Running?
He's been running from him. He ain't hurt. He did a show like the week after.
Yeah, but it had to be cleared by the Alpha Ground medical team. Those are two different stipulations. Each promotion might have different stipulations if they're going to be able to return.
We got that under control now. We got rid of those stupid doctors. He's going to be cleared, and he's going to stay cleared for this show.
All right. What about Xander Keys? You think he's ready or prepared here for the matchup this weekend?
I know Xander Keys is ready. Have you seen this guy?
I have.
He destroyed Nate the last time that they wrestled.
I still say he's going to win.
All right, whatever you say. But I'm telling you, there's a reason why Nate's been running from the guy.
There's something about anger that could be such a determining factor. You know Nate Byrne is going to come and bring it back to him. Nate wants to smoke. Nate wants to prove not only to himself, but to the fans, but to Xander that he's deserving of that championship, and no one's going to take that in. He has something to prove.
Well, we'll see if he can stay healthy or if he tries to run away from the match again.
All right. And then the big one. The main event, the one that everyone's been waiting for, the Clash of the Titans, the Kaiju monster battle. This is going to be they better reinforce the ring, is what I'm saying here. This is going to be a brutal fight. This is what I like to call a big, beefy boys being brutal. This is O'Shea Edwards versus Psycho Boy Fodder. This is going to be hard to determine.
This one is going to be crazy. And we're going to have the authorities on standby because I don't know if we're going to be able to break these two guys up.
No, I agree. This is going to be pandemonium in that ring. These guys are hard hitters. These guys, don't let that physique fool you, okay? These are big boys, but they could stick and move. Psycho Boy Fodder is on another level, and so is O'Shea Edwards. Not only does he have the charisma, not only does he have the physique, that man has the power and the speed that will sneak up on you real quick if you're not paying attention.
That's right. O'Shea is good, but he's not better than Psycho Boy. So I think Psycho Boy takes it this Saturday night on Resistance.
No, I'm gonna have to disagree. I feel like this is gonna be for the Kaiju himself. Look, they both have been on national TV. They both have wrestled against other big name opponents and come on top. But I feel like O'Shea Edwards has the tenure here and the more experience over Psycho Boy Fodder. Do I think it's going to be an uneven match? No. This is going to be brutal and come down to the wire. These guys won't stop until they're both bleeding, and they don't give up. Neither of these guys have the quit to do so. But I feel it's going to be the Kaiju himself, O'Shea Edwards, is going to come up on top.
All right. We'll see. I mean, we'll see if both of them are even able to stand after the match. It's going to be crazy. And this is all thanks to yours truly.
Let's give thanks to Mr. Curtis. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. But seriously, thank you for taking over and coming over here with us this evening to support Alpha Underground and all the things that you guys have been doing. It has been an incredible journey seeing how Alpha Underground has evolving and continue to evolve. But let's go back. Let's show off that beautiful poster one last time. Resistance this Saturday. And tickets are still available, right? Front row tickets are $20. General admission is $10. And it's all going to be happening at the Luchadome in Burlington, North Carolina.
At the Luchadome, baby.
And don't forget, also, Totally Awesome Comics, free comic book day. It's going to be 10% off store-wide all weekend for free comic book day this weekend. Get your issues. My recommendation, make sure you get the Absolute series from DC Comics, Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Martian Manhunter. They are fantastic picks. Definitely check those out. And congratulations again to our Alpha Underground champion, Sean Cruz. Well deserved, sir. I wish we could have him on, but you know what? We might have to have him on next week just to congratulate, see how that match went. But that's it. That's the show. That's been the Indie Spotlight. Thank you all for watching at home. Curtis, thank you again. I can't believe I'm asking you this. I'm going to regret it. I know I am. But any last words to the fans watching at home?
Everybody in the Central North Carolina area better show up for my first show as the GM this Saturday night. It is going to be absolute fire. And don't forget to brush your teeth and take a shower because I don't want to smell you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Indie Spotlight. I'm David Estacado. This is Curtis Madden, a.k.a. the Gucci Majin Buu. We'll see you this weekend. Hey, Lorenzo, play that footage one more time.
Saturday, May 3rd, Live Pro Wrestling returns to the Lucha Dome. The Central Carolina champion, no joke, Aaron Wilson, will defend his title against the exciting Action Jackson. The dominating Xander Keys is out for more than just blood when he challenges the reigning and defending champion, Nate Burnham, for the FWA Championship. Will Nate Burnham retain, or will Xander Keys walk away the new champion? Former National Wrestling Alliance superstar Psycho Boy Fodder enters the Alpha Underground as he competes against former MLW and Ring of Honor superstar, the Big Bad Kaiju O'Shea Edwards. All of this and more Saturday, May 3rd in Burlington, North Carolina, when Foothills Wrestling Alliance and American Lucha Wrestling presents Resistance.
Well, there you have it one last time. This is David Estacado, Curtis Madden. You know what my co-host usually likes to say? It's been fun. It's been real fun. But if you don't see us here, you know where you'll see us? At the Indies. Deuces.